Hey folks, I'm Red and this is my Watcher of Realms channel. This is the free-to-play series and I'm on the main account, and I wanted to show you my run for Gear Raid 3 stage 21, and I just was able to complete it the other day, and this is the team that I used for it. So the main things are that I've got an Idril who's pretty well built. You don't need this particular set, but you do need around 10k attack and 300-400% crit damage, or you need much more attack, like 13k attack and around 300% crit damage. So those are kind of the stats to look for. And then attack speed needs to be pretty good. Get the attack interval down to around 1 second. So that's the main thing you need. Now I'm also running her with Aracha as the Lord, which means she gets additional damage depending on who she's hitting on the map. And then I have a pretty well-built Razaak. I think probably someone like a Maul could do this job as well on the left side, but he's got pretty good 13k attack and not the best attack interval, but decent crit damage. You probably want that around closer to 300%. But I think I've got it down, yeah, to a pretty good number. So he works for me. And then the other person to have is someone for the right side. So I use Alaura. I like her because I can just kind of set her and forget her and then pop her ultimate at the right time. And she's got, again, around 13-14k attack and around 300% crit damage. So those are kind of the stats that you need in order to make this work. I've also got her in the Blood Bond Signet, so she gets a little bit more crit damage. And I've got her in this Fracture set, so she gets more crit damage when she has high HP, which she basically always has because she remains invisible unless she's doing her ultimate. I will say Idril is in the Spirit Siphon. It's not fully maxed, but it gives her more damage for single targets that she's hitting. And then Liam is kind of the other piece of the puzzle. And I've just made him really fast. You can see he's only 4-star, but he's got almost 600 speed, and then he's got 100% rage regen, and that's kind of what you need to get his skill going, which does the neurotoxin, which is a percentage of the max HP of whoever you're hitting. So that helps to bring down the boss. I don't have a Silas, so I had to kind of make this work. And the other thing is Volka. You need Volka A1 to get the recharge. You need a decently built Dolores. I think mine has got 11k 12k attack, and yeah, that's basically all you need for her. A bit of rage regen, not crazy, and Laurel to get your respawns, and Hollow because of her range and because of rage regen, and then a decent tank. I'm using Olague here. So that's kind of the components that you need for this kind of a run. And I couldn't do it earlier without my Pantheon bonuses, and without the gear that I farmed at earlier stages. Okay, so with Power of Dominance turned off, here we are. Let's get this, see if we can get this down. And try. All right, so we're gonna put down our Idril and then Dolores, and then we're going to get in our Laurel once we can, and then we're going to keep her in while we pop the ultimates. So we get her damage boost, one of her passives. Let's try this. Okay. Get Idril going, get our Dolores, and then pull out our Laurel, And I'm going to try and wait here until Idril switches targets, and then I'll put in Liam, and he'll get a bit more rage regen from hitting some targets. And then the next person in will be Olague. He's gonna tank. Put him in here. And then I'll put in Alaura, because she needs a bit of time to get her her ultimate up. And I'll pop Dolores, and that'll give a bit more damage to Idril. That's one of her passives. Okay, put Alaura in here. And every time someone does an ultimate, Idril gets a stronger hit. So that really helps to bring down the mobs. And then I'll put in a Laurel here, because she's back up thanks to Volka. And I'll pop Idril's ultimate, get a bit more damage there, take out my Laurel, get a bit more rage on my Dolores, and then I'm gonna wait for Razaak to come up. So he's gonna come in now, and he will get hit once by the boss. He's got enough HP to survive. And then I'm going to pop my Dolores here. There we go, and then Razaak. Okay, the next person I need in here is gonna be Hollow, so that she can keep some of my other heroes alive. And I will pop Alaura here, so she can hopefully start to bring down these mobs. One of them is going to squeak through, so I have to time things correctly so I can get it down before it hits the wall here. So I'm going to bring Laurel back in and wait for my ultimate from Idril and take her out once she's got that damage boost. And then pop my Dolores here. Actually, I'm gonna wait until the mobs spawn right there so that I can get them down a little bit faster. Gonna pop Hollow as well. And then I'm gonna wait on Olague until this mob is a little bit closer. I'm gonna see if I can get these other mobs down, and Liam's ult will pop, which will help a lot. And let's see if we can maybe get Aracha in there. She might help a little bit as well. And yeah, you can see this mob on the right is kind of squeaking by. And so we kind of need to get this one down, and he's gonna try and target Olague here. So having a tank in there means that they're the aggro for these mobs coming in. Okay, so now Idril is going to switch her target, you can see, and I can use, oh, and I didn't even need Olague, so that's quite good. Okay, so now I can pop Olague here and get a bit more damage on the boss. And then this neurotoxin is just going, which is awesome. And you can see the boss is coming down. So Liam's got an auto ultimate. The more speed you get on him, the faster that comes up. Okay, and I will use my other ultimate here from Aracha. You can see she's not really doing much damage, but she is helping a little bit with the mobs. I think she'll die pretty soon, and then I'll get in my, yeah, see, she's getting hit by those mobs. Okay, I'm gonna hold off my ultimate from Dolores. I'm gonna put in my Laurel, and then I will again do Idril's ult and Dolores' alt, and then remove my Laurel so I can get more rage. And then you can see Liam's alt goes, Idril gets more damage from that, and Alaura on the right side is able to just take down the last bits of HP of this mob on this side. So now I'm going to pop my Razaak over here, and then hopefully we can get the boss down soon. I will pop Alaura shortly. There we go. And then Hollow here. Get the boss down. And there we go, the boss is down, so now Idril can start hitting some of these others. Get the ultimates up here and get these other mobs down. Pop my Olague there. Get this guy down, and then hopefully get these ones down. So there we go. There we have it. So that's Gear Raid 3, Stage 21. Obviously, depending on your particular team, your particular heroes, you're going to need slightly different timings based on rage regen and your particular stats. But this is something that's definitely doable if you have a Piercer Lord, and you just might need to increase your stats a bit if you have Lunaria or something like that. But Liam definitely works if you don't have a Silas. You could put in like a Hatssut instead for Alaura. You just need to make sure that you're able to put her in and take her out. So that's a slightly different strategy that you'll have to look up to do some research on. But yeah, so there it is. So I think definitely doable. This is relatively friendly comp, I would say, and it's just a matter of timing really for all of this. So I'm going to turn Power of Dominance back on, and I can use my auto battles. So once you've got it down the first time, you can change up your gear, you can reduce your stats, and it'll still work. So just that first clear is pretty tricky. So hopefully that was helpful for you. Thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.